right, hey, how you doing? This is Erick from HA Americans, Helping Americans and AMP Live. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Hopefully you're doing well. We'll talk a little bit about health because we all need it, right? We want to keep on living so we can spend time with our family and friends and enjoy the things in life that we should be enjoying, right? So everybody's grinding and always working and, fucking all kinds of stuff's out, depression and pills and, pharmacy crap. But right now I'm out in Southern California, undisclosed location, but they got a little thing going on here. Got a little drizzle, so you might see some drizzle coming from the sky. Pretty cool, right? We're going to go over there. Got some vendors doing their thing. CBD food, not as many because it's got a little bit of rain, a little bit of drizzle coming down. I'm going to get my coffee and then take off and get back to work. But hopefully you're doing well. Right now you're watching this live. It's being streamed on Facebook. We're not in the studio, so usually in the studio we're streaming live on YouTube. Definitely like, love, and share. We appreciate it. I'm always going to be dropping some awesome stuff that you can use in today's market. I'm going to share that with you today. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to move forward and talk a little bit about health as well, right? Wellness Wednesday. How does it affect your business? How do you do, some people's spilt milk is bigger than others, right? So I'm going to put this on real quick, see what we got. So there's 5 links. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave that alone. Do your thing. There's going to be links down below because we have March Madness. So I'm going to say welcome to March Madness as well. So hopefully your March Madness is rocking and rolling. You're kicking ass. In March, we're going to roll out the quarter pretty soon, right? It's been a crazy 2024, 23, 2025 is turning out to be, not sure, right? Everybody's kind of guessing what's going on with the price of eggs, the sons of bitches went and killed all those chickens and the eggs went higher. And, and inflation and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? People are going taxes and everybody's going crazy about stuff and going, hey, look, we need to get America back. It's just common sense. That's what I've always been. I've been about the truth and common sense, right? Truth and the common sense. So I'm going to walk down here. We'll chit-chat a little bit. We'll talk. Be some music. If you can hear me, great. But it's all about the truth and common sense, right? We're human beings. We're all going to falter. We're not perfect, but we are perfect because God does not make junk, right? So in God we trust. That we stand. Made in America. Let's get back to Made in America. That's what it's all about. All right, so I'm going to go out and check out some of these vendors down here. They got some fresh food. Strawberries and things of that nature, a little bit of expensive ass tea and some other shit, trinkets and trinkets. See what they got over here. Usually got the tacos and food over here, cookies and shit. CBD XYZ 2343. I'm just kidding. Just making shit up that rhymes, right? But hopefully you're out there, doing your thing. Remember, right? PMA, positive mental attitude. And with action, of course, so I'm going to walk down here and then I'm going to turn back around and we're going to talk about real estate, right? Now, the funny thing about health, right, it's like, look, I don't get stressed out, but lately, something in the air, right? I don't know if these chemtrails or whatever you want to call it, people tripping out and being stressed out, dumpling in bun house, some pancakes, some pizza and pasta. How you doing? Got popcorn and shizzle bizzle. Minis and tamales and all kinds of other stuff. Okay, interesting. They got this cantina over here, and then they got some crab. Oh, got to check that place out. I'm going to bring my cuz down here, check this shit out. All right, so let's get back to real estate, right? Let's get back to Wellness Wednesday as well, right? So when we're talking about Wellness Wednesday, it's about, health. Does it affect your business? Can it? Of course, yeah. Some people get stressed out. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. You doubt yourself and things of that nature when you got to keep on rocking and rolling, or you got to look at yourself and say, man, come on, let's go, get off your ass, stop fucking around, let's go, let's make this happen. Girls and guys across the United States of America, it's true, right? Read your book, work out, do whatever you got to do. But you can get it comfortable as well, right? I mean, it happens, I got yoga in here. What's up with this yoga shit? All right, but some yoga's good, right? Meditation's good. Reading is good. That's my superpower. Read, study, and creative real estate investing is my superpower. I want to help you make it your superpower. I'm sure if you've been out there and you're looking to do this business and you've been beat up in the industry, with trying to find deals or courses that didn't go anywhere, or Facebook groups with the blind leading the blind, and PDFs and things of that nature. Well, I'm going to go this way, then I'm going to go back around. Let me see. And, things of that nature, I get it. We all go through it. I went through it. Others have went through it. This is my jam. This is my course, what I'll be doing for as long as I decide to not do it anymore. But I enjoy working with people, mentoring. We're not a coaching company. We're a mentoring company. But, keep on saying when we drop coaching, and drop some coaching programs. And I get it, man. People want to build that out. That's fine. But my jam is mentoring. So I'm going to cruise over here, go a little bit faster, and pass up these peeps because they're going too damn slow, right? And then mentoring. That's what we do. We're a mentoring company. We have it powered by Amplified Media that supports ourselves, our mentees, and what we do. It's the creative real estate. That's what it is, right? Creative real estate investing. Marketing is creating some stuff for March Madness and programs that we're going to be doing. I'm not into the discount stuff, but we're going to do it. You know why? Because it's March Madness. It's 2025. We got an awesome administration in the house. So we're going to set you up. We're going to help you to become successful in the creative real estate investing business if you just show up to the party, right? We're going to rock deals together. We're going to do deals together. I'm going to go over here and check this out. We got a little waterfall going on. And then I think there's a book place, so I'm going to go find me a book to buy and read as well. All right, there it is. Check it out. Pretty cool. All right, so got the old stink eye and shit. At the end of the day, people going, "Oh, what are you doing?" Yeah, it's free. It's free country, man. Right? That's what the First Amendment's for, and the Second Amendment is to protect the First Amendment. Then we got the Constitution and all that good stuff. I'm not going to make it political, but some people are still little whiners and crybabies and all that shit right now, until they're not. Right? At the end of the day, who gives a shit? Right? What matters is made in America. What matters is doing what you need to do for yourself and for your family. Same token, find good people that want to work with you, that want to help you, that want to help you get into this business or any business, right? Networking, I get it to a degree, is fine. There's a lot of people out there tire kicking, a lot of all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Trying to get into businesses and do businesses a little bit. Somebody want to go somewhere where it's a little more private. Maybe I'll sit down over here and we'll chit-chat. We'll have this little chit-chat for Wellness Wednesday. I know I got to lose some weight. No, I'm not a person to get high blood pressure. I'm not a person to get stressed out, but shit, I guess so, right? The food you eat, you got to cut out the carbs, right? Let's see what's raining here. Got to cut out the carbs. What else we got? I don't like sitting and talking. I like standing and walking around. We got to cut out the carbs. What else? Meat. Meat is good, right? Can't live on trees and lettuce and all that herbivore shit. We're not herbivores, right? So let me see. We'll go right here. So right there, maybe right there. So we're not herbivores, at the end of the day. So meat, chicken, and any other type of meat. I know they say, hey, maybe they lied to us and said pork is the other white meat, right? So maybe it's not. You know what I mean? Put this right here. Slow connection, all right. Maybe pork is the other white meat, right? And but hey, I love barbecue ribs, I love pork chops and applesauce and all that good shit, right? So it is what it is. Some religions, it is what it is. They're going to eat what they're going to eat. If you want to be a vegan and all that good stuff, that's cool. Whatever works for you. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. The only person that's going to judge is God himself, right? God, Jesus Christ, name of Jesus Christ's name, amen, right? That's what it's all about. For me, anyways. For others, it could be anything. Watched a crazy movie. It's called Eyes Wide Shut last night. That was a trip, man. Right? With some satanic overtones and all kinds of other stuff. But it is what it is, right? People are going to do what they're going to do. Human beings are going to do what they're going to do. But for today, Wellness Wednesday, man, Doc says I got to work out. I got to lose some poundage. And if I lose some poundage and some weight, hey, blood pressure go down, less stress, healthier. Then that's cool. That's an easy fix. I don't need any shots, right? And I'm Hispanic too, so I love my burritos and meat and a carne asada and all that good stuff. But I ain't taking no shots for shit. I've been one that's never done that stuff. It's like I don't take pills and shots, and I'll rough it with some crazy shit. You know what I mean? I'll rough it with vitamins and all kinds of other stuff, right? But check this out. There's a link down below. I'm going to be chit-chatting. Yesterday, we chit-chatted with some people in Indianapolis in regards to working some deals out there, as well as Missouri and the KC metro area, as well as Warrensburg, Lee Summit, the surrounding area all around Kansas City metro, as well as Texas and the Texas Triangle. There's awesome stuff going in there. People have been saying, care what you buy. You just buy something, you hold on to it, you're going to be good, right? You're going to rock. Kind of like California, when California was, you could buy land, right? Where like, it was Hollywood Boulevard was a trail. You believe that shit? Hollywood Boulevard was a fucking trail. That's insane. But Texas, same shit, right? But yeah, we're looking Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, if you got it. I'm not a fan of being close to the water down there where it floods, and Corpus Christi, nothing bad about the town or anything. It's just, man, I just don't want to mess with that hurricane shit, right? In the Gulf of America. So I'm going to jump up here. It's a little greasy kamisi. All right, people got some food here. Got the palm trees and crazy ass Southern California. Hopefully you're doing well. Click those links down below. Scan the QR code or whatever you need to do. We're only looking for 5 people to come aboard and work with us one-on-one. Creative real estate investing. It is a selection process. So if you don't have any experience, it's very rare. We've taken on a few that were super, super hungry and worked out well. But they showed up to the party, followed directions. They can punch away with a paper bag, execute. They got results and move forward. If you can't do those things, then this is not going to work for you. It's not going to be a good fit for us. Because then we're just going to be, back and forth with this and that, and and things that you think you'll be looking to do, and you're still trying to figure stuff out and don't have a leap of faith. And that's why everything is, we're in a capitalist country, so everything costs money. Nothing's free in life, right? Somebody has to pay the price. So we've paid the price for creative real estate investing. That's right. Can you buy a house for $10, $100 and control it? You sure can. Can you buy a property subject to existing financing? You sure can. Novations are back and people are doing them. Can you do them? Sure. Depends, on what area and stuff, right? You can become a novation expert. Wholesaling's back. Not back, but wholesaling's always been there. To a degree, it wasn't called wholesaling before, right? It was just creative real estate investing. Buy a house for $10, $100, good credit, no credit, bad credit, fix and flip, buy and hold. Too damn long. Not as sexy as wholesaling, saying you can get into wholesaling and it don't cost you a dime. You don't need any money. You don't need any experience. All bullshit. Because you need experience. You got to learn the game. It's like baseball, football, any game. Learn music. We'll just use simple-ass baseball. You got to learn the rules of the game. You got to learn to catch. You got to learn to pitch. You got to learn to throw. You got to learn how that game works, even though it's pretty damn simple. But you still got to learn the rules of the game, and then you got to practice to get good, or you're going to get your ass kicked. Or just go out there and have some fun. That's awesome, too. But this is real estate, so you got to cross your T's, dot your I's, and read between the lines, right? See the forest through the trees, I should say. Otherwise, you'll get caught with your shorts down. You don't want to do that out in the forest, right? Even though people can't see you, but the squirrels and the bears and everybody else can. Or if you get caught with your pants down in the city, yeehaw, right? Shit's going to happen. You don't want to do that. You won't have to do that when you're working with us one-on-one, right? Because I always say, when you're getting ready and we're getting ready to rock and move forward and show you how to work deals, how to break down deals, get you as good as an appraiser or an agent, putting together CMAs, comparable market analysis, which is just your ARV and trying to figure out your ARV. There's about 70-80% of the people out there don't really understand that, or they're just too damn lazy, or just copy and pasting. You got a giant daisy chain. I've been seeing a lot of that happen. I don't know why. It's like it comes in spurts every 2 or 3 years. A new batch of people, a new batch of investors, and the seasons and the new ones and the old ones. They're like, you know what? Man, I'm starting to see all these daisy chains. Oh my God, I'm starting to see all these deals and they're not selling. Well, no shit. It's there every freaking day in this industry. It just is what it is, right? It's going to happen. So you want to avoid saying, what the hell is a daisy chain? Well, that's when somebody has leads and they're too lazy to go out and find their own deal. So what they'll do is they'll find someone else's deals. They'll take it, they'll put it together, and then they'll go ahead and run it down to other investors, try to build a list because they don't have a deal. But then it's not their deal. They don't have control of the deal. When you get with an experienced investor, they're going to ask, and they want to see the contract, and they're going to want to execute, and they cannot. So then you got a daisy chain. Then the reputation gets a little shitted up on, or they just disappear, or they ghost you and stuff like that. So when we do this, we're vetting. We're vetting buyers. We're vetting investors. We're vetting wholesalers. We're vetting everybody and their mother, including the sellers. The sellers don't even know that we're vetting them. It's the art of the deal, or the AMP Live method is what we call it, right? We get everything from birth until now from them in a good way, so we can befriend them and provide solutions. And if it's a fit, boom, we'll help them make some money and get some money in their pocket, or help them with their issues. If not, hey, we'll move on, or we'll point them in the right direction with the resources that we built over the years and things of that nature. But I am an expert. We are experts in creative real estate investing, period. That's my jam. It's what we do. I am not the real estate agent. I am not the broker. I probably shouldn't even say that. I'm not a fan of agents or brokers, right? Even though I came from that world a long time ago. But the bottom line is this. There's good ones out there. There's some awesome agents kicking ass, and there's awesome brokers that understand, and they're adjusting and adapting because they know if they do not, they will perish. That's why they've been around for this long, or kicking ass in this industry, or at least, just doing whatever they need to stay comfortable and, and do what's best for them. That's what I'm going to suggest. With your permission, I'd love to share that with you. I believe on March? We got March Madness, right? Creative real estate domination. I want to show you how to dominate your area with creative real estate investing on, I believe it's going to be March 22nd, okay? Don't quote me on that, but it should be March 22nd at about 2 p.m. on a Saturday. That's right, I'm going to take a Saturday. If you're willing to spend a Saturday with me, I'm willing to dedicate and take away from my family a Saturday to share this with you, to share this golden opportunity, right? This opportunity to be able to learn creative real estate investing, okay? I just jumped off a little thingy there. To learn creative real estate investing, because once you learn it, no one can take it away from you. That is the takeaway of this live right now, okay? It will be, just share and like this. I'd appreciate it. Go to YouTube and check it out. We're on all social media, TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff. You can hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. Hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. Look at that. That's an awesome, crazy view. Look at that. That's beautiful. Wow, look at that. Hashtag Get Erick Paul. Let me go. Let's do this right there. Right there, boink. Get Erick Paul Live. Get Erick Paul Live. Hashtag that. Tons of videos out there to help you with training. Everything from wholesaling to sub-2, to finding deals, to hunting deals, to the contracts, the agreements, to subject to existing financing, to putting properties in the trust for legal and tax purposes, becoming the beneficiary, trustee, and all that good stuff. Options, lease options, rent to own, and of course, yes, sub-2 with seller financing. A lot of people just call it seller finance. I got my marketing guy, that's how he puts on there. Hey, seller finance. I said, take that shit out of there. No seller finance. This is creative real estate, right? Creative real estate. Period. That's what we're calling it. That's what it is. Maybe not as popular as the other stuff, but that's what we're going to go with, okay? So you got to go with your gut, and that's my gut, because that is the magic elixir. That's the thing that's going to work for people in the future. And if you just learn this, can you imagine just doing a deal every quarter, a deal every 6 months? One deal maybe a year, right? To help you with your business or help you with your life, or, find and fix and flip or buy and sell or hold or whatever it may be, using these skill sets. Like I've been in marketing for a long, long time. I was one of those knucklehead weirdos, kind of like Russell Brunson back in the day. Not comparing anything. It's just that he had that fetish as well to save a bunch of marketing pieces and mailing pieces and go to the back of those books and, of the hunting books and look at all the ads and go, man, this is awesome. People can actually write the stuff and they send them money, and then they send them something else that's a bunch more writing, which is obviously called copy, where it touches your heart and your imagination, and you pay money for that, and you're going, shit, yeah, I love it. But some people, a lot of people just don't do anything with it. I get it. So let's put it, I was dating myself back to the Dan Kennedy days when there was a thing called, it was called mail order marketing, direct mail marketing, and then obviously you got, the internet and all this other good stuff, now social media marketing and all kinds of this crazy stuff, but it is what it is. We adjust and we adapt or we perish. I say, well, let's rock and roll, right? I'm going to start getting a little parched, so I'm going to put my water over here, and then, see, we got the moon, not a full moon yet. Let me see if I can catch that one back there. On this side, the moon is pretty cool. So there's no full moon yet, so there's no werewolves back there. You can see that. It's pretty cool. I got my glasses. I better grab them before I lose them. Fortunately, yes, my dad didn't say, hey, your eyeballs are going to go out when you get older. I said, what the fuck? I thought I'd had super 20/20 laser vision forever. And the hair. And the teeth and all that shit, right? I don't tell you that stuff. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Let's go back right there. Oh, it's starting to get covered up. There it is. Starting to get covered up. The moon. Anyways, March Madness. Take advantage of it. There's links down below. See if we're a good fit. It's an application process. It's a selection process. If we're a good fit, we will work together. I'm looking for a handful of peeps. We're working deals today. Tomorrow's going to be deal Thursday. So if you want to come back and watch, We're going to be out in the field. We're going to be hunting deals. We're going to be on the phone rocking deals this weekend. We're going to be showing a house that's open house out in the Missouri area, and any other properties we can show with with time. Of course, if we're allowed the time to do that. There's only so many hours in a day, so you have to work with other people, and then you got to rely, and hopefully they get stuff done. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't, right? So it just is what it is. Got to have faith in your people. At the end of the day, yes, they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to do everything exactly how you want them to do because they're not you, right? But you got to bring that flavor, and you got to rock and roll together and make stuff happen, right? And a little bit of patience, right? Patience, it's hard to have, right? But also money loves speed. So rock and roll, speed. So take advantage of this for sure. Click that link down below. Let's chat. Let's touch bases. I know it was kind of hard when I got started. It took me about 4 months to get my first deal, and then I went pretty quickly after. But I also built out a system program for myself, so I wouldn't have to do a lot of the manual stuff, right? So ads were coming, sellers were coming, quality over, I should say owners, right? Quality over quantity. But now you can work quantity, but I'm starting to see people go through the bullshit and go, oh man, here's a pro tip. Quality over quantity. Well, no shit, right? Unless you got a full-on team, you're going to go through a lot of bullshit. But that's good if you're selling widgets and you're selling, $90 products and $47 products, $197 or some shit. Yeah, you build that list. Someone's going to buy some shit from you, or they're going to get off your list. That's not the same thing as marketing or internet marketing, as they call it, right? When you're selling even high ticket items, it's still a high ticket item. I get it. 8, 9, 10,000 people spend 15,000. I think there's one person spent 26,000 and they didn't even get a coach, right? It was just like instructions and videos and PDFs and Facebook groups and a bunch of Zoom calls with other people doing the Zoom calls. And then there's a $50,000 one, same thing. They get a coach, but no mentoring, right? I believe this is a story. It was a cool story. This guy from San Diego, he paid $50,000, paid $50,000 to learn how to do real estate investing, and he was talking to a seller, trying to find deals. Finally, he was talking to a seller, and he called the company. So he said, "Hey, this is what I want to do. Can you help me with the sale?" And basically, they told him, "Did you watch video 179 on negotiating?" And he said, "Yeah, I sure did." "Okay, well, go watch it again, dude." And they hung up on his ass, right? So they hung up on him for $50,000. But they said, "Yeah, you can go to any of our seminars anywhere in the world. That's great for networking. It's cool. You're going to find some buyers, but you gotta move up the ranks a little bit so you can bring some value to them, or vice versa." But that was, and then we started talking. He came over, we started working together. That was one of our first mentees back in the day. But it's the same thing. It happens every time. Nothing's really changed. You get a lot of videos and PDFs and TikTok and and Facebook groups, the blind leading the blind, and coaching with one coach a week, one call a week, sometimes 2 calls a week, every 2 weeks, or 2 a month. Sometimes they're once a week, and others once a month. What the fuck are you gonna do once a month with a coaching call, right? You need more than that, right? I guarantee it. You'll get so far. Trust me. Coaching will get you to a certain point, and then you need a mentor. You need someone who's going to work with you and work deals with you, and really getting into bed with each other to rock and roll, and not in the actual sense, but you know what I'm saying. Figuratively. I can't even say it. Figuratively. Bling, bling, bong. There it is, right? Long freaking day. You know what I'm saying. But let's keep it live and uncut. It's always live and uncut. This will be monetized, most likely, chopped up and turned into shorts and all that good stuff. I'm going to walk down here because I'm going to get my coffee, see if they still got some coffee. Over there, they're doing their thing. That was pretty cool. So I'm going to cruise over here and then wrap this thing up. Definitely. DM, direct message me, us. We'll talk. We'll chat. We're open door. We're real. We're here in crazy Southern California and doing business throughout the United States of America. Wherever you are, whether there's 700 people or 700,000 people, let me show you how to dominate your area, show you how to work your area. We always do. Here's one more story for you. There was a young man that was going to come aboard. He's like, "Oh, man, I'm in Missouri doing my stuff." And then we started talking. I need some help. I can't find deals. Found 1 or 2 deals. Actually, got it sold, which is cool. And then he had a dry spell. And then all of a sudden it was like, "What?" And we started talking again. "Hey, you got any deals? Send me some deals. And he's like, "I'm in St. Louis now." I said, "What the fuck are you doing in St. Louis?" You don't need to be in St. Louis. There's deals right in your own backyard. No, there's nothing here. There's nothing there. Our team went in and found about 10 or 15 deals, right, in his own backyard. He goes, oh, where did you find those? I said, well, if you would have came aboard and worked with us, you wouldn't have to be spinning your wheels and trying to find deals, fucking 2, 3, 4 hours away from your location, right? There's deals right in your backyard. But that's just the way it is, right? People are, hindsight's 20/20, as they say. We're all human beings. I had another guy who was a broker, agent, in Washington. He's like, you know what, man? I wish I would have met you 2 years ago. No, 2 years ago, you're still stubborn, still trying to figure things out. And you wouldn't have. You would have kept on spending the money you spent, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 or more is what it took for you to finally figure out you need someone like myself, a mentor, expert, a company like ours that are here to show up to the party, because trust me, we'll always show up to the party. Unless I'm dead, we're showing up to the party, right? Period. That's what you got to do. You got to show up to the party. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Probably go a little bit over here, put my water down and wrap this up. But my name is Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. And AMP Live, that's that link down below. AMP Live, the American Mentee program, the only true program where we mentor you and others across the United States of America with creative real estate investing. You're probably thinking, creative real estate investing, what is that? What about just regular real estate investing? Well, creative real estate investing has subject to existing financing. It has wholesaling right in it. Anything that's creative is going to fly under that umbrella. Even seller finance, lease options, rent to own, right? So we actually did that recently and went and started, surfing for deals, and I'm going to share that with you as well. You can get free and paid when you're ready for it. We move as fast or as slow as you need to. But the bottom line is that you got to get out there and you got to talk to sellers, but there's rules of the game. Like, for example, we were on the horn yesterday with the Indy property and a young man, right? Now, he's not quite trained 100%, so I had to step in or with the processes and procedures. But you know what? He showed up. He said, Erick, check this out. I was doing this, a little surfing for deals and driving for dollars. And look what I found. I go, oh, it looks pretty good. Not too bad. We just can't pay what they're asking because we got to get past that. We got to get past that by locking in the art of the deal, right? Sharing with the seller the numbers, befriending them, understanding what the situation is with the seller. As long as they're willing to listen and they're flexible, we can put a deal together for them and for us and for everybody to make it a win-win-win situation. That's always been the goal. Ever since I started and ever since I wanted to do this, is a win-win situation, right? And I'll get into that on the 22nd, Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to talk about real estate domination, how you can dominate your area. We're going to talk about creative real estate investing and how you can get into creative real estate investing. And yes, as long as you have the heart, okay, and the passion, I'll be able to work with you and share with you and mentor you. Trust me. You just got to show up to the party. There's some people going, oh, I can't do this many hours. I work a full-time job. You can have excuses or results. You can't have both. Or I don't have the money, or I don't have money to do this or that, or I tried this and I tried that, but it didn't work. Or always trying to say, hey, I saw some videos on here. What do you think of that? I don't give a shit. Stop watching the videos. We got to, sometimes you have to reprogram your brain, right, to do things in a certain way so you can get the results you need. Now, there's no wrong or right. To a degree there is, but everything's a little massageable. What I'm saying is that if you do it and you get results, then you're on a winning team there. You're doing something right. Don't change it until you have to, right? And that just means adjust and adapt so you don't perish. Like I always say, let's rock and roll instead, okay? So I'm getting a little parched here. I'm going to get a little bit of water, and then we're going to talk a little bit more. Getting hungry. Smells good out here all the time. It's always delicious and I am a little hungry, as I always say. But check this out. Click that link down below. It's going to lock you into the webinar. It's free. It's not going to cost you a dime. Even if you're new, that's cool. Get in there, get some knowledge. You're going to probably hear some stuff that's going to explode your brain. You go, oh my God, that's awesome. How do you do that? How is that possible, right? Is that legal? What the hell? Right? I used to think the same thing. If you're seasoned, no problem. Let's see if we're a good fit. Let's rock and roll. Watch it and join. Ask your questions. There'll be Q&A towards the end. In the beginning, I'm just going to introduce myself, the company, and what we do. A little bit about myself and my story, my history. Where we're going and what we plan on doing, and then we're going to get into how it works, what we're doing, how we can share it with you, a little bit of training, a little bit of mentoring, and then we're going to have a little Q&A, and then I'm going to have a proposal for you, right, to come aboard and work with us exclusively one-on-one to help you set up your business and your legacy business for you and with you. We're going to have a done with you and a done for you program, and we're going to have some March Madness awesomeness to it, right? Which means, look, I've already had I think it's been turned back to 2023 onboarding and hard costs, right? That we've been doing for the done with you program, not the done for you. That's a different jam, right? But I'm not going to get into that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share secrets with you. That's right. I don't even like using the word secrets. A lot of times we're doing the submission, and the mission is a submission, right? And I always call them magical words. I hate saying magical words, but it's true because it feels like magic when you use them. And sometimes it'll feel weird when it's rolling out of your mouth. You're going, this is not me. Guess what? I did the same thing until I wasn't closing deals, and I wasn't closing deals. And then I listened and I said it the way that my mentor said to say it. And it wasn't me. And I fumbled it a couple of times. And then the third time it was like, you know what? I'm just going to say it because I need a deal. I said it, shut up, put the pen down, put it in front of the seller, waited. Got cringy, got weird, total silence. They picked up the pen, signed it, boom, got the contract, locked it up, got the fuck out of the house, and moved on. That's what you need to do. Don't sit there, have a powwow and coffee and shit. You just do it. But that's when I figured out, I go, yeah, you know what? Words can be magical. That's why it's so powerful. That's why I'm a big advocate of copy. And you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm not the greatest person at copy. I probably suck at copy, right? But the bottom line is there's certain words that people hear and register, and somebody else can say the same thing, kind of the same thing, and it won't register. They go, no, I'm not interested. You know, it happens all the time when we're doing subject to existing financing, or we're doing, everyone wants to call it seller finance. You know, fuck this seller finance. I hate that fucking term anyways, right? It's sub to the bottom line, seller finance, whatever, wraps, whatever you want to call it. It's cool. I get it. But kind of locked into a box. Sub 2 is like it's a box that opens up into awesomeness, right? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not even gonna fuck with that right now because we only got so much time. Excuse my French, by the way. If it offends you, bleep 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 bleep. There you go for all the bleeps and stuff. Does it matter? No, not really. You know, I'm just being real with you. We all are real. We all are human beings. We put our shoes on the same and pants on and all that good stuff, right? We all want the same things for our lives and our families and things of that nature. So I'm here to help you with that, right? That's my goal and mission. That's our cause and mission, is to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America to help you get into this business, right? So once again, this is powered by Amp Live Media and sponsored by VIP Execs Realty and Lending. Definitely step into excellence. If you're looking to do that type of stuff, give me a holler. But this is all on the private sector. There's two sectors, the private sector and then the public sector. Public sector is real estate agents and brokers. Private sector is creative real estate investing and everything else underneath that, right? So that's my jam. That's what we do here. I want to share that with you, but you get the best of both worlds when you're coming to work with me and us and our team. You can schedule a little call right there. It's not going to cost you a dime. Definitely jump on the webinar. It's coming up on the 22nd, Saturday, 2 p.m. I believe we may be doing another one on the 19th, right? It's going to be a 19th at 7 p.m. Whatever it is, DM and say, hey, man, when's that webinar? I want to get on that webinar because I want some of this. Or you can just say, you know what? Hey, I want to jump in on the mentorship. Cut the chase, cut the bullshit, right? Like some of these peeps do. I know when they're ready. They're usually business owners, right? And they're like, hey, how do I get started? Oh, we got to do this. Okay, boom, done. Let's go. And we're already 24 to 72 hours already onboarding, setting stuff up, and having chit chats, and then usually within 7, 14, 21, 2 to 3 weeks, getting contracts, writing contracts, up and running, and moving forward, right? That's how fast it can go. Or it could take 3 or 4 months. Some people take 3 or 4 months to get started. Some people take 30 days. Look, it took me 4 months just to get my first wholesale deal, our first deal, period, because I just wanted to fix and flip, but nobody wanted to sell me a property because I didn't have any experience on doing that. Plus, I didn't have the money to do it. So I was like, well, fuck, what do I do? Well, sell me the contract, young man. Say the contract, is that legal? Yeah, sure is. Every contract's assignable, unless it says non-assignable. You can do that shit on a napkin. Back in the day, right? They call those napkin deals. And then they write that contract up on a napkin. It's actually probably more legal because it's on a napkin, it's on a piece of paper. As long as you have a couple things there where you have a meeting of the minds and exchanging a couple of dollars, you got a legal and binding freaking contract on a piece of paper. All right? But that's what a contract's for. That's your power. Your power is your contract. Your power is your mouth. The power is your mind. The power is your hand and a pen. that is what you're going to use to make money in this business, okay? It's a beautiful, lovely thing if you can frame it and frame your mind into that. So I'm going to stop, I guess, going forward with I'm just dropping. Once we get started, start dropping a bunch of pro tips and awesome juicy nuggets, right? Maybe it's the full moon. Oh, it disappeared. Where'd it go? I'm going to turn into a werewolf at midnight. Anyways. So scan that QR code. If there's not one, click the link down below. Set up a time where we can chat. Let's meet about 15, 20, 30 minutes. We'll know for a good fit. Pick my brain if you need to. If you got deals, you want to drop deals onto the wire, definitely we'll look at them. We'll get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours. If we're bogged down, then hey, just hang tight with us. There are some states and areas, people do have days off, like Sundays and Mondays and sometimes Saturdays. I know Sundays and Mondays, at certain times, not everybody works. We do. But if it's a juicy, awesome deal, we'll get on the phone. We'll talk to the seller. We'll talk to you. Some people don't. They work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It's, that's banking hours. I get it. That's you. Awesome. More power to you. But what this becomes a lifestyle. So when you're doing this all the time, no matter what, right? And you're not like doing it like, 14, 16 hours a day, right? It's throughout the day. You're going to be awake anyways. You're fucking awake 16, 20 hours a day anyways, whether you're watching movies, Netflix, at work, or doing whatever, playing games or whatever it is. So you might as well, in between your life, rock some deals, learn the business, take a few hours to become the expert. I'm going to help you. It's a lot faster than spending 3 to 5 years to try to learn this business. Okay. So, there's deals coming out. So tomorrow, Thursday. So we're going to be rocking and rolling deals, going to come back probably live here or out in the field, or might be in the studio just talking about deals and going through deals. Friday, we'll be back for Friday highlights of the pulse of real estate and talk about real estate, what's going on, what things are coming up, and what the market looks like in the future. And then Saturday training, a little bit of Saturday training, some Sunday sermon and Mindset Money Monday, if we have time, because Mondays are usually pretty crazy. But if we can squeeze in a little Mindset Money Monday, and that's for the mind, because 99% of this is your mindset. 90% is showing up, like Mr. Cardone says. And, rock and roll Trump is an animal, man. Homeboy, lives off of 2, 3, 4 hours worth of sleep. And people go, oh, my mom used to tell me that. How many hours of sleep you get? I get 4. 4? What the hell is wrong with you, young man? You're going to, you got to smell the roses. You got to get your 8 hours of sleep, and beauty sleep and all that good shit, right? And I'm like, man, I'm too young. Life's too short. That's what I always say. Life's too short. I got things I want to do and things I want to achieve, and it's not bothering me. And I like it. I enjoy it. It's a passion. So it doesn't affect me. Some people will. Some people, now there's difference. Now, I won't get into that later, but we'll talk about it maybe on next Saturday. Wednesday, the 19th, I believe we're going to be doing a live webinar. On the 22nd, we're going to do a live webinar as well. So definitely reach out, sign up down below. It's not going to cost you a dime. It's free for that. But there will, like I said, we're going to get in there. We're going to introduce everybody on what's going on. We're going to talk about creative real estate investing, how to dominate your area in the area, wherever you're located in the United States of America. And then we're going to talk about creative real estate. I'm going to share some tips with you. I'm going to share some things with you. I'm going to do a little I should say not even coaching. It's going to be mentoring, literally sharing with you what we can do together. A little Q&A, and then I'll drop a proposal for you. If it's for you, great. If it's not, it's not. Maybe not right now, but I guarantee you it will be later, possibly, right? Because everybody and their mother wants to do real estate. It just is what it is. Not everybody's going to make it, but if you got somebody on your side, right? It's like boxing, right? You got a team, you got a trainer, you got a coach, you got a mentor, you got people, you got doctors there while you're jumping into the ring. We like to jump into the ring with you, right? So this is a beautiful, lovely thing. Nobody does what we do, I guarantee it. Nobody does what we do. Nobody wants to do it. But we are here for you. So keep on rocking and rolling all what you do. United we stand. Let's get back to made in America, okay? That's what this is about. Let's get back to making California great, right? We got to hire the right people there as well. United States of America, it's doing its thing. A lot of opportunities are coming down the wire. I'm going to sign off here. Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans. One American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time. Doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. And AMP Live, the American Mentee program, the only program of its kind where we train and mentor you and others across the United States of America. True one-on-one mentoring, a done with you and done for you program. Nobody does it. Guarantee it. Check it out. I guarantee it. I look at this stuff all day long, every day, every single day, and I'm in the business as well. So look forward to working with you. Look forward, if it's okay, I'd like to share these things with you, if that's okay. Ask for your permission. And we'll work together. We'll rock and roll together. We'll make it reciprocal. And we'll kick some ass into the future, into the stratosphere together. All right? So that's my promise to you. Rock and roll in all what you do. Look forward to speaking with you. Made in America. Talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye.